Hello, today we are going to do the last part of pattern Simplicity 2761. We're doing view C right here, and today we're going to do the pants or the jeans. I'm using jean material. Okay, so what you need is you need piece number 10, and you need to cut two pieces out, and don't forget to mark your notches. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do the front seams, and front center seams I mean. And right here is going to be your front center seam on the right hand side, okay? And what I normally do is I mark it with chalk or whatever. That way I know which is the front and which is the back. Just like that, okay? That way I don't get mixed up. Alright, so we're going to put the two center front pieces together and pin. Make sure you line up your notches. Turn it around a little bit here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so what we're doing is we're lining up the notches, and still can't see. There we go. All right. Just like that. Okay, let's get you back over to the machine. Maybe this is a better angle than what I had the last time. Alright, so we're going to do a 1/4 inch seam. And back stitch a little bit. And then back stitch again. The next thing you do is you need to do your hem on the pants, and you need to roll them up at least a 1/4 inch. Try to keep. Then what you want to do is you want to fold the top, which is where your elastic's going to go, 3/8 inches over, and you want to do it. You want to do it like this. And use your hemming gauge to make sure that you get it straight going across. And be careful of this seam right here. You want it to go this way. So your pants are on the inside, and you're going to be running your elastic through, so you want your seam to go toward the left. That way when you run the elastic through, it doesn't get caught, because it will. And then you're going to have to take the stitches out to get the elastic through. Alright, now what we need to do is we need to sew from the edge right here. Get the left side of your foot to the edge right here. That doesn't look like it's right. And just sew straight down. Alright, and you don't have to worry about doing a back stitch. Alright, here we go. Be very careful when you get to that front seam. I usually go slow when I go over that part. These jeans are quick and easy to make. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is we need to get some elastic, so I'll be right back. Okay, you want to run the elastic through the casing that you just made, and be careful of the front center seam so it doesn't get caught. Alright, so when you get the elastic running through, you want to stitch both ends of the center back where the elastic was entered and then coming out, so that way you don't lose it, because if you don't stitch it in, it could come out. So go up, then back up. I usually go forward and backward a couple of times to make sure it's sewn in there real good. And cut your threads. Okay, so now the next thing, we're almost done, believe it or not. The next thing you want to do, well, first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some pom-poms on the bottom, right here, of the hem. Let me zoom you out. I'm going to put some pom-poms here and here, where the hem is. Because I was sitting here thinking, I said, you know what, that sure would look cute with some pom-poms. See? So that's what I'm going to do. So that's, if you want to put a trim on your jeans, or what, you know, whatever kind of pants you're making, it's a good time to do it now before we sew up this center back seam. So just go ahead and measure out your pom-pom like this. If I okay, measure it out, and I usually like to cut a little extra off. Alright, and then take this piece and we're going to make a double of it. Just like that. And I will show you how to put this pom-poms on, or any kind of trim that you're using. I thought, you know, I was sitting here thinking, I said, you know, these jeans are going to be too plain looking. I said, I'm going to go ahead and just fix them up a little bit. Alright, now, this piece right here, the end of it before you get to the pom-pom, you want that on the edge, because that's where you're going to sew. You won't be able to sew through this pom-pom. So that's why I cut a little extra, so that way I could get to the middle of those two pom-poms to sew this on. So you should have already put your hem in. You got to have your hem done before you do this, and just line it up. I'm gonna with the hem, with the bottom of the jeans or pants, whatever you're making. And you know, you could also adapt this pattern to make shorts or capris too. but I've got plenty of other sewing patterns for shorts and capris and dresses and all kinds of stuff for dolls. Okay, so here you go. Alright, so what you're doing is, I'm going to show you the back. You're lining up the edge. Well, I didn't do a very good job, but you're lining up the edge like that with the pom-pom. Let me do it a little bit better. Alrighty. It's probably easier to pin from the back. Okay, there you go, like that. And what I'm talking about when I say line up the edges, you see right here, pretend the pom-poms are not even there, okay? So you're lining up from here to here, okay? To those two, to the top and the bottom. Alrighty. Now what you want to do is you want to get your jeans and you want to line up the center seam. Okay, you want to line up the center seam right here. And you're going to sew from here all the way over, about 1/4 inch. And at the top where the elastic is, make sure you go up and then backward a little bit. Okay, this is how the jeans are supposed to look, okay, when you get through. Let me see, get you a little bit closer up view. See? Doesn't look like much, does it? Well, now you're going to take the inside and spread it open like this and bring around your front seam and your back seam. Now, look at the bottom. They're going to start they look like pants now, don't they? Alright, so what you do is you need to pin all the way around. Okay, make sure you get your notches. You have some notches right here. Make sure you get that. And then I do a little more pinning down this way after I get the notches. And then I usually go to the other side after I do that part. That way you know when you get to the center, to the middle of the pants where the crotch is, everything will be lined up just right. So I've got my notches right here. Alright, now right here is your crotch area, okay? So what I do is where you folded it toward the left on the top, the center front seam, you want to keep it going that direction. So get the seam and push it toward this way in the same direction that it's going at the top. I don't know if you can see that. And then you get the other seam and you push it in the other direction. Okay? And then it's supposed to look like that. And then pin. And if you do denim, there's going to be some thickness going on. And then you just finish pinning. I put a lot of pins in. I made pants so many times for dolls, but I still do a lot of pinning because I want to make sure everything lines up just right. So anyhow, there you go. Okay. Alright, now where you just pinned, you need to sew a 1/4 inch all the way around, just like this. Be very careful. Don't run over any pins. And when you get to the crotch area, I usually go over it once or twice to make sure that it doesn't come apart. Because when little girls are playing with their doll clothes, you don't want any seams to break. Okay, make sure, yep, got everything lined up. Alright, I think we're through. I'm going to double check and make sure everything looks good.